Thank God there's finally some clarity to this particular issue about the so-called Igbo king in Ghana, the self-proclaimed Igbo king, whether is it Igbo or Igbo, whatever, in Ghana. I'm particularly excited about the fact that the authorities have handled it the way it should and are giving the impression that there are more important things to concentrate on than this particular issue, even though it should not be belittled. It is something that can escalate into something else. But we thank God that there is some clarity now. And even the man himself now is identifying himself as a chief and not a king. That's quite impressive. So this issue has been going on social media for some days now. I've been watching it and I have been staying off this issue because I felt it was more of an Accra thing, and I shouldn't be disturbed about this thing. It's not, I mean, we are treating it like we are trying to smash a fly with a sledgehammer. People are trying to make a point that this issue should be taken seriously, and I am not going to belittle that point at all. However, I was going through social media and I came across this video by this lady. I want you to take a look. Look at her demeanor, the way she speaks, and what she talks about.
Dear Ghanaians, the Igbos are amongst the most enterprising tribes in Africa. They are not interested in your politics.
I don't think this lady lives in Ghana here. I think if she is in Ghana, she would understand that this attitude is just going to annoy more Ghanaians, making innocent, hard-working, well-meaning Nigerians living in Ghana have problems with some more Ghanaians. A lot of people right now are up demonstrating against these Igbos. A fraction of them are also now even saying Nigerians must go, when in fact it's not all Nigerians that are causing the problems. It is this particular man who proclaims himself as a king over Igbos in Ghana here. And as if her attitude and all that wasn't enough, just look at what she continued to say.
Recently, Governor Josh Stein of North Carolina in United States of America officially proclaimed June 14th as Igbo Day in North Carolina. This is in recognition to the deep-rooted presence and significant contributions of the Igbos across the states. According to Governor Josh, the Igbos have excelled in education, medicine, law, information technology, and arts. They're active in charitable work, from supporting food pantries and women's shelters to volunteering in schools and hospitals. So, if the white people recognize the contributions of the Igbos in faraway America, why would our own black people cry wolf over an exclusive Igbo affair?
Is that supposed to be damage control or is another show of superiority complex? Because that's one of the problems that we Ghanaians have with Nigerians. A lot of them find it difficult to be humble. I don't know why. I have a Nigerian friend and I know a few Nigerians. I remember a few years ago, I took part in an agri-tech program in Accra, and there was this very impressive, beautiful lady, Dr. Nkechi. I don't know whether she's a Ghanaian or she's a Nigerian. You know, there are some Ghanaians who have Nigerian heritage. She was just so smart, and I liked her for that. This was someone who can tell you are wrong without telling you are wrong. She would ask you questions, and by the time you finish answering the questions, you would have admitted that you were completely wrong. Ghanaians and Nigerians have been living together for a long time. Nigerians have been in Ghana for a long time. We are aware the Hausas have their chiefs, the Yorubas have their chiefs. So if Igbos also want to have their chiefs, well, there's no problem with that. Even we who are Ghanaians, when you move to another town or city where the people, the indigenous of that particular city or town are not from your ethnic group, sometimes we have associations and we have leaders. Some of us call the leaders chiefs. That is understandable. But it is not to the extent to which you want to carry yourself as someone who has powers beyond just being a union chief or union leader. And you want to behave like one of our traditional rulers, you are, excuse me to say, you are a stranger. The fact that you can buy land, the fact that you are a naturalized Ghanaian, does not mean you should be able to carry yourself in a way that you buy land and mimic a kingdom in somebody's land, in somebody's country. It is not possible. How is it possible that a Ghanaian will get up, go and buy land and create a kingdom in Igbo land in Nigeria? It is not possible at all. This man, unfortunately, created these problems for himself. Unfortunately, for those of you who are not into farming, when they mention 50 acres, it sounds like a lot of land. Actually, 50 acres is not that much. It's not that much to create a village or a kingdom, as a lot of us are purporting. And even he himself purported. But the thing is, the reasoning behind that can make people to even believe that after the 50 acres, he may even try acquiring even more land and pursue that euphoric dream that he has about being a king. There's nothing wrong if you want to invest in Ghana. Yes, you can buy land and then you can build estates, rent it out to people, sell to people. But then, even the traditional rulers in Ghana, I don't think they would build an estate, build houses, and then say it is exclusively for a particular ethnic group in Ghana. No, it must be open to the public. Talk more of you who have come all the way from Nigeria to this place. You want to build, a village, or let me say, is it a kingdom, whatever, exclusively for Igbos, with only one entrance and exit. That one entrance is the same place that people will have to exit through, making things look funny, cultish, and interesting to people. I will not be surprised to know that the people surrounding this man have the same sort of thinking that this lady who made the video has. Very, very unfortunate. If you are going to make damage control, do your damage control very well. You cannot go somewhere, they give you an inch and you want to take a mile. That is not possible. That will not be allowed. Ask yourself, there are many ethnic groups of Nigerians, people of different ethnic groups of Nigeria living in Ghana. Why is it the Igbos? Why is it the Igbos? And when you speak that way, you are making life even more difficult for other Nigerians.